I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team? Welcome to the channel. Welcome, everybody. If you can hear the sound of my voice, let me know by dropping your side dish into the chat, okay? Let me know that you are here. I already see a few people. What's up, Miss Gloria from St. Louis? Y'all know I lived in St. Louis for a little bit, for a lot of it, actually, over a decade, okay? So welcome, Miss Glow. Let's see. Lorraine is here. I see that the lobster tails are here. Welcome. Clone got the mac and cheese. What's up, Miss Clone? Clone is my real sister. We got the same mama, same daddy, damn it. I'm going to shout it out every time. Welcome, Clone. She is here to help out in the chat. So you guys, I don't mind if we have different opinions. Just, we're grown, child. We're talking about TV, for Pete's sake. Keep it cute. Y'all don't need to let anybody scramble y'all eggs. You know what I'm saying? Keep it cute. Anyways, if she gives you an instruction, let me know. If she sends me a text, that means I got to block you, child. So keep it cute, because I've seen a lot of crazy shit over the last couple of days. Oh my goodness, crazy. Who else is here? What's up, Miss Avery? Nice to have you. I got Baby Peaches in the house. Baby Peaches is one of my members. I love when she comes in to support. If you would like to be a member of the channel, there is a link pinned to the top of the chat. Go on ahead and, hit the buttons and do all the right things. Okay. Thank you. Miss Erica. I want to say Miss Erica is probably one of my day ones. If not a day one, like a couple of days after that. You know what I'm saying? So welcome. And she has the ice, the potato salad, and the baked beans. So make sure everybody get y'all something. Get something. There's food everywhere. And there's drinks. Somebody got a mojito. Please bring it over to me. Welcome, everybody. I appreciate you guys. We are here to talk about Belle Collective. This was the mid-season finale. So they are going on break right after this, y'all. This was the last episode. They're going to go on break, and then they'll come back and we'll get the rest of the tea. But right now, holy camole. Oh my goodness. Everything that's going on this show, I am loving. I do believe that, these are real situations that people actually go through. So them bringing it to the show, in particular, Miss Tisha, who a lot of people have called a fool, dumb girl, how could you, whatever the case may be. But a lot of people go through this kind of stuff. And especially when the economy is bad, people stay in bad things all the time, right? You got kids that might be sick. You might have to use that husband's insurance, whatever the things are. People make decisions every day on how to survive, how to keep living, how to eat, how to keep a roof over their head, all the things. So we talk big, right? We talk big when everything's going great. You think you got the money, honey, all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? A new reality comes into play for people. But all the same, I do appreciate the storylines that we're getting this season. So everybody come on in. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, share the video. I do want to share something with you before we get started. Y'all know that I like to share my lifestyle tips. And today I am sharing the Rock Derm Stick. This is actually my third one. Let me show it to you. This is my third one. It is a skin and retinol cream. Actually, it's like a balm. Let me show it to you. I never opened it up for y'all before, but this is a balm. So you know what it looks like. Just screw it up, kind of like a deodorant, right? And you just rub it all over your face, your neck, your back of your hands, your chest area, wherever you see fine lines or wrinkles, and it will smooth out the skin for you. And like I said, this is my third one. I am very faithful to this product, and it is called the Rock Derm Stick. So if you guys are interested in purchasing it, you can. If you are on your phone, there might be a little shopping cart that pops up, and all you do is click it and it'll take you right over to Ulta Beauty so you can buy. And if you are on your computer, right under the menu bar, it's a link that you can click that and you'll buy, and it will give my channel credit. And I do want to thank every single one of y'all who have bought already. Okay, you guys send me information, y'all tell me that it's working for you. I've gotten plenty of DMs and stuff like that, so thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for supporting me. Come on in. You said you're glowing. Well, thank you. I got, new hair, new me, baby. Okay, y'all. So we're going to get into this story. And as you come in, please hit the like button and share the video. Unfortunately, I have some things that's going on my YouTube channel that's making me a little bit sad. So the only way that we can get out of it is if you guys can hit the like button, share the video, and all the things. So the show actually opens up with, well, first, let me say this about this episode. Glen and Tisha. One of the things that I noticed about Glen, and I told y'all this a couple of episodes, I told y'all that man sat in front of her and threatened to divorce her, that he said he wanted out, that he did not like this new Tisha. I had a couple of people come into the chat talking about, that's not what happened. You always saying it wrong. But I have an ability to listen and know what's going on in the scene. I'm telling you what's happening. And he says it again this time in this episode. And Tisha said, this mother is always threatening me with divorce. This isn't the first time, the second time. This happens repeatedly. And that is because Glen believes in his heart that he can find another Tisha, but that Tisha cannot find another him. And that's on period. He owns everything. Y'all have heard the phrase, the one that holds the purse makes all the decisions. And he set it up that way. That's exactly how he wants it. So this new independent Tisha, the one that has always come out and said, well, this is the last time, Tisha's finally making moves right before his eyes. And it's not just, I'm going to say this thing, I'm going to do this job. Tisha's really making moves with her body, with her face. Did y'all see the glow up on Tisha? Did y'all see the glow up on Tisha this episode? She don't even look this is episode 10. Roll episode 9 back. Tisha had a whole new face, baby. Not a whole new one, but you know what I'm saying. She went somewhere and got some fillers or something. She got some facial balancing. There was something about her skin that just looked absolutely flawless. Probably using that damn rock. She was probably using this right here. Probably used that, and that was her first day results. Either way, I was like, baby, she's not even raising her voice to Glen. That's how serious she is about what she got going on. Okay? Come on in. I'm not saying that she should want another Glen. What I'm saying is, in his mind, and she helped him get there. Because this you don't just wake up and think this way. This man believes in his heart. I can replace you. You can't replace me. And for the first time, she's letting him know, if this does not work out, Glen, I'm not trying to replace your ass. I'm going to do it my way this time. And this is about as good as it gets, okay? Come on in, everyone. Hit the like button, share the video, okay? Also, take the poll at the top of the page. Crown or clown? Y'all can see it there. If y'all watched it, there was a conversation between Matt and his mama. Woo. His mama does not like his wife, okay? Come on in, everyone. Anyway, so Tisha has a meeting with a financial advisor, somebody whose card she just held on to, had met at some sort of Black woman business expo years ago. I think she almost made it sound like it was a decade ago, okay? But all of a sudden she pulled out that damn dusty ass card and she said, I need to talk to you. And she was straight up asking about what life after divorce would look like for her. She sat down and she said, listen, I need to know what my next steps are. I am in a situation right now where I have been given a once in a lifetime opportunity to work with people, do things to make my own money. And I need to know if I can stand on my own 2 feet if I leave Glen, right? Because she already said on the reunion stage last year that when she tried to leave Glen, that she didn't even have enough money in the bank for a damn hamburger. And he didn't try to feed her either. So she almost had no choice but to come back, right? So she said, I didn't have anything, and I want to change that this time around. I want to actually take these opportunities that I've been given, and I want to make something of it. I want to see if I can double, triple, quadruple, whatever it is, my money. Okay. Anyway, the financial advisor said, well, the first thing we need to know is, do you have the tools in place to protect your money? Do you have life insurance? And she responded, yes, I have it on me, my baby. I know Glen has it. You know what I'm saying? She said, but that's it. I don't have anything else. I don't know anything else. And she said, Glen handles everything. This is important because we're going to talk about this in this next scene, okay? But she said, Glen handles everything. He's always handled all the money. This is the first time that I'm getting it for me, and I want to make something of it, right? And Tisha said, I heard about the almighty post-nup. What that look like? Is that something that I can implement in my relationship, this post-nup, so that I can protect the assets that I'm making now? And the financial advisor said, absolutely. It's a legal agreement. It works just like a prenup. Everything will be binding. It will protect your assets, everything that you're bringing in. You just got to, work it out, whatever you and Glen decide to work out. But I could definitely walk you through this, right? Tisha said, cool. Then Tisha asked, listen, we're trying to figure things out if we're going to stay together, if we're going to break up. Like I told you, my career right now is taking off like a rocket. And my husband wants to be a part of what I got going on. In fact, he wants to be my manager. Do you think that's a good idea? No, Tisha. It's not a good idea, but she asked a question, and that was actually smart. But the advisor said, in so many words, no. She said, I understand that he wants some room to weigh in on what you got going on, and maybe just make him an advisor, but keep him out of your mix. You hire a manager to manage. He's not in a position to manage you, girl. So if you want to give him anything, if he needs a title, if y'all need to, talk a little bit, give him a little wiggle room to weigh in on what you got going on, put him in an advisor position. And Tisha said, okay, because that basically keeps him out of your business, right? And he can go sit his ass down somewhere. Plain and simple. Anyway, I love it. And just so y'all know, because I know a whole bunch of people, I saw some stuff. Anyway, y'all remember when Nene Leakes said that her and Greg, the reason why they divorced, on the show, they divorced, was because she said Greg made all the money. Even before Greg passed away, Nene said she didn't know how to pay the bills. She didn't know which company paid for what. Like, I didn't know where to mail the cable bill. And Nene was making money hand over fist. She was on Broadway. She was doing a whole bunch of stuff. But she said that was just something she didn't do. But just so people know, you can make money and still not know certain things, right? Period. And this is what she's saying. At the end of the day, I got to start taking over the shit because I don't know what's going on. It is a real storyline. And we know a lot of people who have come out and said, and Nene talks about it all the time, I couldn't have told you where to pay where the light bill goes. When he passed away, he had a manila envelope for me that I could do, that he wrote things down step by step for her. I think that's so important. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about Trice and Marie. I love the newfound friendship between Trice and Marie, I realize that they're taking baby steps, but Marie is so easy peasy this season. Like she's not, usually when she walks in a room and she can't stand somebody, you could see it all over her face. She's ready to pop. But now it's like something happened that has allowed her to just be a lot more free than what she normally is, right? Anyway, Trice wants to play matchmaker. If y'all remember in the last episode, Trice told Marie that she was going to hook her up with a man. And Trice decides to invite her to her nephew's or her godson's strip club, gentlemen's club. And Trice said, the reason why I have you here is because you admitted to me that you played in the Lady Pond before. So I want to see if you really like what you say you like. I'm not so sure. This is what she tells Marie. I'm not so sure. You might go both ways, Marie. It's important for you to explore all avenues, is what Trice tells her. Anyway, Marie took it in stride. She just started laughing. She was like, girl, I'm not with you. I'm not playing with you. Okay. Marie ended up taking off her jacket, said, let me get comfortable, girl. She said, listen, I was a teenager when all of that happened. But since you like playing games, Trice, what about the woman that you was dating before you married Cliff? How'd that go? Did you like it? How long were y'all together? You know what I'm saying? She was just, doing basically the same thing to her. And Trice started laughing. She said, I was never with a woman. She was like, Trice, Trice, girl, please. We all know you with a woman, okay? Anyway, Trice said that Marie is the queen of deflection. And anytime you ask her a serious question she don't want to answer, she'll always throw it off on you. This is just typical Marie, is how Trice played it. Anyway, Marie said, listen, we need to talk about the friends of the Belles, because y'all know we are a collective, but we have friends of our own that we hang out with, that's always at our events. And she said, right now, these friends are bringing in a lot of outside noise. Like Shantae, for instance, she keep ruffling people's feathers. And I don't know if you know this or not, but she's at all of Tisha's events all the time. So whether you know her or not, or you've ever been introduced to her or not, because I thought that Trice and Letitia were good friends. But according to Marie, she said, I don't know if you're aware of this, Shantae's always around. She's always wherever Tisha is. And she said, maybe the two of y'all can have a talk or whatever, because we're going to have to start getting along with the friends of the Belles if we want to stay cool as a collective. And Trice said, under no circumstances am I talking to Shantae. She's no friend of mine, and she's not really a friend of Tisha's, because Shantae and I share a mutual friend, and that heifer was at my bar, at my restaurant, talking about her good friend, saying that Glen, her good friend's husband, was trying to talk to her, push up on her. Now, what kind of friend is that? Especially after everything that Tisha said to me about Amanda. And this heifer doing the exact same thing? I think not. And I don't want her around me. I don't have to talk to her. Anyway, Marie said that she really wanted Trice to come. I need you to be a part of this group and say what's on your heart. If this is something you know to be true about Shantae, why not just say it? And Trice said, let me think about it, girl, because child, I don't want that heat. I just came off of this thing with Letitia. My nerves are bad. You know, I had a death scare. I don't want this in my life. I don't want this in my life. Anyway, Marie said that she set up a luncheon for all the Belles, and she sent a text out to everybody to come, including Carrie with her backpedaling, swimming self. And Marie said, I don't trust Carrie as far as I can see her. She's a liar who doesn't know how to stand on business. You want to tell a story about me spreading rumors about, who is it, Selena, and her man having a side baby? Don't do that. Don't put my name in the mix because you can't stand on your own shit, right? And she said that she's not the one to play with. And she doesn't know why Carrie would think that, but she gonna have to set her straight. Anyway, she put all of that in a text, including you, Carrie, with your backpedaling, swimming self. And Trice was like, why would you say that? She said, girl, because I'm done. I'm tired of talking to her. Then Trice said some stuff about, I understand because you tried to put my husband in some shit, but it looks like your husband was the one who started the rumors, girl. Anyway, doesn't matter. After all of that, the two of them go up on the stage where the women are shaking their rumps, okay? Shaking their milkshakers, they money makers. And Trice said, let me show you how it's done. She pulled out a stack of ones and started, making it rain. It was actually a very funny scene to me. You had to watch it. We can't afford to be lazy, baby, but if we all had the answers, we wouldn't be here anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think we would evolve into what we're about to evolve into, a bunch of AI. We're getting there. We're getting there. But unfortunately, people don't always know. And when someone is the one who has the money, they might be real tight with it, like we're about to find out. Okay, so keep listening and let's talk about Tisha and her husband Glen. They meet up for barbecue at a little restaurant. They pull up in separate cars. I'm assuming because they both have day jobs or whatever, and this is what they do when they film. So they pull up in their separate cars. And before Glen even gets there, Tisha calls Shantae to talk to her to see if she's going to be at the luncheon. And Shantae said that she know it's going to be an ambush. She doesn't have time for the terrible tease, Timber and Trice. And she also said that she doesn't know how to feel about a bunch of women telling her that they don't like her, what they don't like about her. But if Tisha said it's okay to come, she'll come. That's what she says, okay? Anyway, all I have to say is the girl shouldn't have came in hot, okay? Sometimes we just don't know. We don't know what about this AI. Yeah. Well, that's the plan, girl. They want to get rid of humans. It looks like that's what, I mean, all around the world, they're all on it. I don't know if y'all are paying attention. It's pretty disturbing. But anyway, Glen comes in and he's happy that his wife has asked him out on a date. He's like, things appear to be getting better between the two of them. So he's real happy to be here with Tisha eating barbecue. He said, that's my damn favorite food. So clearly, you know what I'm saying? She's coming around. We're on date. She is offering me my favorite food. And Tisha starts catching him up on Shantae and how the Bells got a bone to pick with Shantae. And Glen was like, Shantae. Tisha said, well, Shantae doesn't like you either. Shantae doesn't like you either. She don't think that you're a good fit for me. And listen, in confessional, Glen looked around. Glen was wearing a real nice suit in confessional, by the way. It was like this royal blue. It looked so amazing on his skin. I wished he knew the colors that work for him because he loves to wear mustards, yellows, burnt. That does nothing for your complexion, brother. It makes you look awful. It drains you out. Somebody got to talk to him about color because he wears the worst colors, but not in this confessional. Glen looked amazing in confessional. But anyway, in confessional, he looked around and he said, I don't give not one about how Shantae feels about me with Tisha. I don't care what she thinks. Me and Tisha is me and Tisha's relationship. Shantae can see her damn way out of it, right? Cool. Then Tisha, after he gets his belly full just a little bit, Tisha drops on him that she met with a financial advisor and he was shocked. Glen said, you a what? She said, yeah, a financial advisor. Tisha said, I don't know anything about the finances, Glen. I don't even know what you've set aside for me. Like, am I on the 401k? Am I on your stocks? Is my name on the house? Like, what have you provided for me in case you're not here anymore. Because like I said, when they broke up, Glenn told her, go on ahead, take your ass and your face outside of my house. Because she had to leave. Child, listen, there's no way. Anyway, she said, I don't know if I'm the beneficiary. You don't talk to me about these things. I'm just expected to trust you, right? Glenn said, my son is on there. That's the first word he said out of his mouth. She said, am I a beneficiary? Am I on your stocks? My son is on there. My mama is on there. And yeah, Tisha, you on there. My son, my mama, and you. Tisha said, your mama? Now, let me just say, even with that, I would have lost it. But Tisha is literally taking this in, and he knows it because he's making faces like, why are you asking me this now? In confessional, Glenn said, of course my mama is on my as a beneficiary for my stuff. Of course she would. She took care of 4 kids by herself. I'm going to pay my mama back however I can. But do you pay her back at risk of your wife losing her home? Because if she's not making the money that you're making, Glenn, how does she pay the bills? Is it a 3-way split, or do your mama get 60%, your son get 30%, and your wife get 10%? We don't even know the percentages. And Tisha is sitting there like, he really don't fuck with me, does he? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. And she's still trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, even though the wheels are spinning in her head and letting her know, girl, if I don't get shit together, has to be. Because if you're sitting with someone that you've been married to for 18 years, together 23 years, this is what Glenn says in confessional. If you've been together with that man for 23 years, married for 18, you should have 100% of the benefit at minimum, because you know she's a good mama and she's going to take care of your son. But you said I split it 3 ways. Their son is what, in elementary school? Child, I don't know. I'm just saying that was rotten to its core. And the fact that he said it the way he did in his confessional, even to her, and she sat there and she just took it like a champ. She was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that, Glenn. She said, I kind of have a problem that your mama's on it. Why would you have a problem with my mama? For the same fucking reason you have a problem with her seeing a financial advisor, because she still got to eat. Anyway, Tisha said that's not okay, and she just let it be. Didn't even argue with him because, baby, she doesn't want to mess up her new, facial balancing, whatever they've got in her, the Botox, the cheek fills, whatever it is. She said, I'm not messing that up for you. Okay? I'm going to stay cute and keep it on mute, because at this point, if her and First aren't together, because I've seen some extra videos. I showed y'all one the other week. There's another video of Tisha at First's house cooking for First. He said, I'm supposed to be cooking for you. She put on an apron and started cooking for him. I have the video somewhere. I just didn't pull it up for right now. But she is in there cooking and feeding that man. They was eating some sort of chicken sausage, and I don't know. I'm just saying. It just looked like it was a little too close for comfort. Anyway, Tisha then brings up the post-nup. She said, me and the financial advisor also talked about a post-nup, because if I'm only a third of how you want to take care of me, then I need to take care of me all the way. So what I have going on right now, Glenn, I want it to be mine. And I talked to the financial advisor about it. Glenn said, no. A prenup is a divorce, Tisha. We ain't talking about no wife of mine is putting a prenup in my face to sign. Absolutely not. And then he went as far as to say, I don't know who this new Tisha is, and I don't like her. Same thing he said 2 episodes ago. I don't like this new Tisha. Where the hell is the old Tisha? I miss her. If she's buried, dig her up. That's what he's saying here. Trash. Anyway, Tisha said, we'll table it, boo. We'll table it because I'm going to get my post up. And then Tisha says, Glenn, if we want this to work, you know what I'm saying? I need you to, I talked to her about how to include you in my business. Something to think about if you're interested. Now, I wouldn't have offered him shit, but I think Tisha's going to go through the motions to show how I consider you versus how you consider me, right? Because you're not going to go put your dick in everybody, have me worried about what's going on in my body and whether or not you've made other Glens. No consideration for me and want me to give you all the consideration. So Tisha said, if you want to participate in my business, how about you be an advisor? Glenn looked at her like he wanted to spit on her. Literally, he said, I just lost my appetite. He started wrapping his food up to go. Absolutely not. And he's just staring at her. She said, Glenn, it's a think tank. It'll give you and I a chance to get closer, to figure things out before I actually put you in a management role. I want to see if you and I can continue in this relationship. So why not just be an advisor? And if you are serious about us getting better, you'll consider this, right? And Glenn smiled at her and put on his best white man voice. And he said, sure, Tisha. Okay, Tisha. That's fine. And that's how the scene ends. Anyway, I just want to say bravo to Tisha. This is probably, it's a step-by-step, but before I even say step-by-step, child, we're going to get to how they ended this episode. But the fact that she's even thinking about it this way and processing it this way and saying, bitch, I will build myself while I am in this relationship. I'm going to build myself up. Yes, I might be making money. I might be on this television show, but we all know that just because you're on the television show don't mean that you're going to be safe from whatever, the economy is going to bring to you. But yeah, Glenn is hot. Hot. He does not appreciate this. And this is a side of Tisha he's never seen before. So I don't know. I liked it. Sometimes, you think better when you're with somebody else. Sometimes you gotta appreciate you. This is what they mean when they say love yourself before you get into a marriage or date anybody. Because if you don't love yourself, if whoever you're with sees just a little bit of insecurity, even if they don't mean to, they're going to manipulate it eventually. They're going to get you into a place, and hell, they might not even, they could speak all the life into you, but you're never going to feel worthy of whatever it is that they're giving, and you will make yourself a slave to them. You will, if you do not like yourself. And so Glenn is very much used to a woman. Like I said, he feels he can get another Tisha. Tisha can't get another him. He's used to a woman who might just have a little bit of insecurity about herself. And now that she's breaking free, he's like, who the fuck is this? The Tisha I know talks to me before she does things. This Tisha is doing things and then coming and telling me about it. I don't like it. I don't like it, okay? Anyway, in the next scene, we have Matt and his mom, Marlene. Oh, Marlene. Oh my goodness. Marlene is she's a pistol baby. Take the poll at the top of the chat. First off, you can tell that she is even though all of her hair is white, she's a pistol, okay? She is a whippersnapper, and she will cuss your ass out, okay, to smithereens. And you could just tell by that red ass fire engine lipstick she was wearing. A lady who is literally, I don't know what you call, there is a specific Black person in Louisiana who actually has very fair skin, and you can't even tell that they're Black until they start talking. But there's a name for it, and I'm sorry, I don't remember. Anyway, she's a firecracker, baby. And if you saw her in the street, you wouldn't know that she was Black. You know what I'm saying? But she's Black, and she's going to your life up. She's going to mess your life up, but she is happy to be here with her son. And they come to have lunch at the Creole. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Yes. You can tell that she practiced some things. Okay. she practiced some things. Anyway, keep hitting the like button and sharing the video. So anyway, when Matt sits down with his mama, she's like, she's happy to see him, but he tells her that he's trying to start a new agency. He wants to leave where he is and do a smaller boutique style agency that basically counsels, I guess, or helps baseball players in the industry. And he said he wants to do it with a longtime friend, someone he's known for 20 years, and he thinks that they can blow up. They're going to have some hiccups in the beginning, but he knows that this is, the right thing for him. And he says that right now, the biggest concern is that Carrie has all kind of money pouring out of this house because of that damn restaurant that she refuses to get rid of. And he got a lot on his back. And then Mama Marlene said, is Carrie that heavy? You carrying Carrie around on your back? And he's like, oh, here we go. And in confessional, he says, listen, me and Carrie has been together since high school, and my mama does not like her. A lot of the tensions, okay, is Carrie and my mama. And that's a long ass time, because Carrie and Matt got 3-4 kids. They've been married for a very long time, since they've been together since high school. Those folks are in their 40s or so now. So if your mama is still holding that kind of grudge over your wife, your now wife, that says a lot. And he says that they don't get along at all. He said his mama's very headstrong and she likes to tell you what's up. And that Carrie is also headstrong and also likes to tell you what the fuck is up. And I was like, well, okay. A lot of people have been trying to figure out if Carrie was going to bring an emotion, even though I do love me some Carrie. I think Carrie is great for the show. But it looks like this mama-in-law is about to get some things are cracking. Okay? Anyway, the mother-in-law says, you need to put your foot down when it comes to Carrie. You let that woman do whatever she wants to do. She railroads you. And Matt was like, well, I do need to, put my foot down. I guess I have let her do so many things. And she said, it's too late now. She does whatever she wants to do, but you need to learn how to correct it. And I was like, what in the color purple? You let Harpo beat me? Type of shit is this? That's exactly what it sounded like. Okay, what do I need to do to get her together? Beat her. I was like, Mama Marlene, pipe down. But yes, she told her, you need to get that in order. Okay. Anyway, he ends up saying to her that right now he wants to leave a legacy to his children, and he cannot do that. The way he was wording this was really like, take the poll at the top of the chat. The way he was wording this to his mama, I was like, well, if your mama don't like your wife, do you want to say it quite like that? But he said, I want to leave a legacy behind to my children, and this is what I'm thinking about now. And me and Carrie have always had issues with our career in the household, like how the household should be run, which we saw at the opening of the episode, where he told her, you need to be here for these damn kids. And I don't know how her oldest is, but her youngest looked like they're about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7. So they still have young kids, right? And he told her at the earlier episodes, you need to be home with these damn kids. You keep doing this stuff where you're apologizing, saying you're sorry. You know what I'm saying? Show and prove, Carrie. Show and prove. So he's telling his mama this, and his mama is taking it all in, child, eating her food, drinking her drink. And he said, both me and Carrie's mom have tried to tell her to let that damn restaurant go, but she didn't want to hear it from us. And sometimes she actually listens when it comes from someone else. And the mother-in-law says, does she need to hear it from me? And he said, she just might. And she said, cool. I might take you up on that and have that conversation. I'm gonna need a pair of boxing gloves though. So just so we know, and it looks like they're about to get into it because the mother-in-law tells Carrie in the next half of the season, if you want to be a part of this family, you better straighten up and fly right, baby. We don't do that over here. So we know it's that serious in that family. Anyway, while she's saying all that to her boy, because he lit up thinking, oh, mama's gonna take mama's gonna take this on for me. And I was like, Matt, damn it, you. I mean, he seems like a cool guy, and I think they have a decent relationship. But I did think that was some dirty birdie shit. Anyway, I asked y'all to take the poll. Okay, so let's get the results. Matt is either going to be the crown wearer or the clown wearer. Okay. I asked y'all if Matt knows that his mom doesn't get along with his wife, should he have told her about their marital issues? Because that's a marital issue. And 37% of y'all said that Matt can tell his mama, tell her anything, ask her anything. Even if he says, yeah, talk to my wife about our marital issues. 37% of you agreed with that, while 63% of y'all said that Matt should not have involved his mama. And so y'all said that in this particular episode, that particular scene, Matt is a clown. Okay. Matt is the clown is what you guys agreed to. Interesting. All right. So that was pretty much it. I actually thought that was cool. They're giving us a lot of meat and potatoes in that scene. I don't know if people are paying attention, but family relations is important. Everybody has, conflicts with somebody, whether it's your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, a cousin. There's always somebody that you got to, have a little back and forth with. So I'm happy that they are bringing this to the show. And I don't wish anybody any ill will. We'll see what happens next. All right, let's talk about Tisha and Glenn. Tisha and Glenn are back on deck. Look how soft Tisha's face look in this scene. She actually admits to getting some enhancements. So I kept saying Tisha looks so pretty, but she did say she got some enhancements in the scene. Okay. But anyway, Mr. Glenn comes walking in the house. Tisha's at work on her computer, and she's real happy to see him, child. Looks like they've been doing the do, got it in a little bit. Maybe that's also a part of the glow, because she did say that they are no longer celibate. But he asked her what she was doing. And she said, I'm working. He said, always working. She said, yeah, I was, getting a text from First. And he said, First? She said, yeah. He said, Tisha, I thought you said he wasn't a part of the group anymore. And she said, no, I said that I put him on a leave of absence. He's apologized. It's all good now. He's back on board. He's back on board. Glenn looked at her and said, so it's money over disrespect. And she said, no, Glenn, no. He said, yeah. Now, Glenn is pissed. I told you, especially a man I just fought that was taunting me in a parking lot. Tisha didn't even ask him, didn't say to him. This is how serious Tisha is about saying, you don't talk to me about whether or not I come first on your stocks, on your 401k, on the house. You said you split it 3 ways. I don't even know if I'm the majority share. So no, I don't have to talk to your ass about First coming back onto the team. He's here, and he's here to stay. We work good together. That man has done all kinds of things to put my name in front of certain people. So that's your problem. That's a you problem, not a me problem. Just like me not being on those stocks is a me problem, right? So I'm not going to do that with you, okay? Anyway, Tisha pulled up a whiteboard and a erase marker, one of them magic markers that erase, okay? And she said, listen, let's go over the organizational chart. Glenn said, yeah, where do I fall on the organizational chart? How does this work, Tisha? Is it you, First, Shantae, the dogs, the worms, the grass, then me? How does that work, Tisha? Tisha said, calm down. I got you. I got you. I got you. Let me show you how it works. Tisha said, it's God, then the brand, then me, then, or excuse me, God, then me, then the brand, then you. Okay? Or excuse me, I said financial advisor, not financial advisor. Just the advisor, the business advisor, right? And she said, yeah, that's it. Anyway, Glenn sits there and she goes, is that okay? Are you happy? He was like, sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. And she was like, listen, you are going to have to get on board with this or get off board. There's not going to be any of this selfishness, Glenn, that you like to toss your weight around when it comes to what I got going on. Okay. Anyway, Glenn ends up accepting. He said, cool, Tisha. And she hands him the whiteboard and she said, now, how do you see things? Why don't you tell me something that you would like to see me doing? Since you're the advisor of the business, tell me some things you'd like to see me doing. Glenn says, you need to be, you're a beautiful woman, Tisha. Let me, blow some smoke up your ass. You're a beautiful woman, Tisha. She said, cool. He said, why don't you do some modeling? She went, oh, some plus size modeling? He said, well, I wasn't going to say plus size, but yeah, you should be doing modeling. You should be doing this. She was like, okay. Well, I have been doing some enhancements, right? And I'm thinking about doing some chin liposuction. And when I finished doing that, because that PCOS got my body fucked up, right? I'm gaining weight, losing weight, all kinds of things. I'm not that happy with it. So after this chin liposuction, I'm going to be in the season of me. I'm actually in the season of me right now. And I'm looking up doctors right this second to do a full body makeover. Okay? Glenn said, are you out of your motherfucking mind? Are you out of your mind, Tisha? Tisha said, no. Why is that a problem for you? Glenn said, I disagree with you doing any type of surgery because it's going to bring unwanted attention. You know who you're married to. And if God can't satisfy you, how the hell am I going to satisfy you? Again, proves my point. I can get another Tisha. You can't get another me. He wants her to feel a certain way about herself, so she always thinks that he's the prize. And once she starts doing things to make herself feel better, look better, he knows that he doesn't have a chance in hell. And that is with anybody's relationship. Love yourself. Love yourself more than what you think that man loves you, because I promise you, they will tear your ass up. Glenn knows that he knows how to manipulate Tisha, and he feels her slipping through his fingers every time. And the fact that he said, hey, you know what type of man you married to? I will kill people, Tisha. I will body slam people, Tisha. Stay fat. Keep that extra chin. This is what he says to her in the scene. And she's looking at him like, because you can tell Tisha's already figured it out. She knows exactly what it is. She's just saying it out loud now. That's it. That's it. You said Glenn's head started spinning faster than a Tasmanian devil. Certainly did. Glenn said, do not do that. Do not do that. Anyway, he again said, listen, girl, didn't I give you that work last night? Isn't that glow enough for you? Why you need anything else other than me, Big Glen, and Little Glen? That's all you should need in your life. Tisha said, yes, Glen. And then she said, that's why I didn't want to break the celibacy, because you do this every fucking time. We are right back at square one. All the courting you were doing, all the stuff you were telling me about how you understood how important it was for me to figure myself out, love myself, whatever these things were. Now we are right back at square one just because I let little Glenn back into the mix. Anyway, Glenn said, Tisha, I don't know who the fuck you are. You used to call me for everything. Say I'm lying. You used to call me for everything. You broke your pinky toe. You needed the nail clippers. I don't care what was going on. The mailman come. Do I answer the door? You called me for everything. Say I'm lying. Tisha said, yes. Glenn, I trusted you then. And now I don't. And that's when Tisha said, I mean, in the calmest, coolest, most collected voice possible, she said, I don't trust you to be in my safe place, to protect my heart, to give me genuine advice when it comes to my business, or to be 100% loyal to me. Not right now, I don't. I don't trust these things. And every sentence that Tisha said, Glenn's eyes welled with tears. He is just sitting there like, what water are you drinking? Who gave you the shot, bitch? What is the problem? Like, he is like just dying inside. And he said, Tisha, why the am I here? What the fuck am I here? And Tisha said, that's what I'm working through right now. I'm trying to figure out myself. Why are you here? Do I love you? Yes, that's a light switch that just doesn't turn off. You know what I'm saying? There's some time that it takes to get there. But she said, what I can tell you is that when you ask me to be your safe place, to make this home safe for you, I never threaten divorce. I do it. But anytime I do something, you threaten me with divorce. You're constantly telling me you're ready to leave. Why am I here? Let's end it. Whatever it is. She's not lying. She's not lying. And now she knows it. Like I said, she didn't work through those pieces. She's been working through those fucking pieces. And when that shit happened last time with Amanda, it really did gut punch her to a point where she was like, baby, you fucking people I know now. So yeah, I gotta listen, I'm not gonna have another bitch on TV say, I know what he likes, and it's not Tisha. Can you imagine how that must have felt for her? And you let that lady walk in that house, see that lady there, knowing the two of you were talking back and forth in DMs on all platforms, and not warn her, not take her out of there, not pull that other lady aside and say, bitch, don't you do it. You heard the game. That wasn't the first question. You knew he was playing this game. Everybody, there's not a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have passed away. I would have been on the other side with the spirits if I would have heard that. If I would have heard that shit. So yes, that hurts her. So yeah, she is gonna say, bitch, if I'm not who you like, because she probably saw the other lady too. If I'm not who you like, I'm definitely gonna fix me. But I'm not fixing me for you. I'm fixing me for me and whatever opportunity, the next man that comes my way. Because Glenn, you don't appreciate me. You want me to be this person that nobody else likes, that nobody else finds attractive. And when you give me a compliment or two, I'm just supposed to swallow it. Bitch, bye. Tisha, keep doing your thing, girl. I appreciate every single thing that happened in that scene. Glenn, okay? F Glenn, I don't care what kind of man you are, who you marry. Good for her for fighting her financial independence. Good for her for saying, you know what? I don't want to be the bitch that sits at home waiting for you to come home to play with me. No, 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 no. Okay, in the words of Miss Wanda, absolutely not. Shake a bone and get the hell on. Okay? Anyway, that's how the scene ends. Kudos to Letitia. All right, now we're talking about Trice and her mama Gloria. Okay, I think Trice's mom is so pretty. She has a really pretty mama. Anyway, She is at the condos with Woodstock. They're walking through and kind of showing all the work that they've done on these condos. I think she said it was 95% done. They just gotta like stock things in the condos, even though they cannot make it an Airbnb yet. They got to be approved by the city or wherever they're the county, wherever they got to go through. But anyway, Latrice's mom, Gloria, comes walking in and she gets to see the work and everything that they did. And then they go outside and they have a little conversation. And Latrice is telling her about the Bells and what's going on with them. And she said, listen, these damn Bells, child, they are running me ragged with this damn transparency word, which is just another way to say they want to be all up in your business and talk about you behind your back. And I'm kind of tired of it. And now they got something going on. And I don't think I'm going to be a part of it because my nerves are shot to hell already. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving them too much. But she also tells her that she's been thinking about having another child, or not another child, my bad, that Latrice is thinking about having a child. And right now it is hurting her because her husband doesn't want to. And she said, when we first got married, that's all he talked about was knocking me up. You know what I'm saying? I want a baby and da 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 da. And she said, I wasn't thinking about that then. It was the furthest thing from my mind. And now I want one. And she's not, she's kind of being a little cryptic, but she tells her mom that the reason why she didn't want to have a baby in the beginning is because she grew up in a hard fucking life. We were in the hood, and even though you got us out the hood, the things that I witnessed, the things that I saw, losing my brother, watching you mourn the loss of your children, okay? Watching you work as hard as you did in your life to make things better for us. That shit sticks with me. It is trauma for me. And in the beginning, all I could think about was losing a child if I brought one into the world. Y'all remember she had that conversation with Selena. She was like, that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to have one. But after she almost lost her own life, she's like, damn, everything, it's going to come to an end eventually. I want to leave something behind. I want to feel what that love from a child would be, just like I love my mama. And so that's what the conversation she's having. But she said, Cliff doesn't want to have a baby anymore. He thinks that he's too old. He's actually threatening getting a vasectomy. So that's what's happening in my world right now. And Mama, I'd love it if you talk to him for me. She said, I have a problem with talking to my husband and telling him those deep feelings that I be having. Her mother made a face like, are you okay? She said, why not? She said, I just have a hard time talking to him. I need you to do it for me. Anyway, her mother looks directly at the camera like, I want to talk to that man about y'all have no damn baby. I don't even like that man. Okay, we're the same damn age. I think he's older than, I think he might be older than Trice's mama. I don't know. Anyway, Trice blows smoke up her mama's ass. And she said, he loves you. He respects you. There's things, he always loves advice from you, that kind of thing. Anyway, she said that she wanted she wanted to have a little Clifford that she wants to call CJ. She really wants a boy, so she can name him Clifford, CJ, or maybe a little girl named Clifforella. And her mother said, God, I hope not. And she said, well, maybe we'll call her Gloria after you. You know what I'm saying? But either way, come on in, you guys. I appreciate y'all. Hey, Belicious. What's up, Holly Berries? Nice to have you, Doris. Anyway, Valerie says she don't like the mama child. Anyway, after all of that, and I meant, whose mama was it? Marlene. Valerie saying she don't like Marlene. After it was all said and done, we'll see what happens next. It looks like in the cliffhanger for the next half of the season, Cliff and Latrice are going to get into it, and Cliff is serious about getting a vasectomy. He does not want to have a child. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Y'all, we think about the woman's biological clock ticking, and even though a man can have a baby in his 90s, in his hundreds, The swimmers keep swimming. The eggs is what depletes. So Cliff said, I want to be an active father and I don't want to have a child where I am right now. And you could tell that Cliff has slowed down, period. Okay. Cliff has slowed all the way down. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about Glen. Glen is wearing the worst suit I've ever seen. Glen loves to wear the wrong color suit, the wrong colors, period. But he has on some, I don't know, like a maroon shirt with some sort of, I don't even know what to call it. I really don't. It's just ugly. It's a brown, it's a mustard, it's a something. On that skin, you need a brighter color, boo. But he is dressed in a 3-piece suit to go see the financial advisor, his financial advisor this time. He said he had to call a meeting because he don't know what his wife is on, but she's throwing all these fancy ass terms at him. And now he has to go speak to someone independently to see what his wife is talking about. That is how shook Glen is. Okay. So Glen comes up into the place and said, listen, I don't even know half of the shit I'm about to say to you. I just need you to explain it to me because my wife has sat down with a financial advisor and she has come to me with all this stuff and I need to know what's going on. What is a post-nup and should I be concerned? And the financial advisor says to him, no. A post-nup just basically, it's just a legal way to decide how money should be directed, which is a very kind way to say things, right? Where would you like your money to go in case of a breakup or things like that? It doesn't necessarily mean a divorce is on its way. It's nothing to be fearful of unless you are considering divorce or separation. Are you considering divorce or separation? And Glen just looks off into space like, no answer, no response. That's the cliffhanger. Are you considering separation? Glen is the only person in these last couple of episodes who have threatened to divorce. I want this done. So this is what's going on right now with him. Bravo for getting up off your ass and putting on a 3-piece suit to go talk about it. Okay. Anyway, last scene. Marie and the Belles are at lunch. They decide to do this daytime lunch, child. Carrie has a bone to pick because Carrie said, listen, Marie is a big old hater, okay? A big old hater. How dare you call me a flip-flopper in a group text? Marie thinks she's witty, but she doesn't understand that I rule the game of the tongue. So that bitch don't want it with me. She don't want it with me. I think she does want it with you, and I am looking forward to seeing it. I do like the little sparring that goes back and forth between Carrie and Marie. It's entertaining to me, but I do want to see these ladies go. I ain't gonna lie. And Marie has been, she's been cruising on like a 4. Energy-wise, she's not giving it to anybody. She is giggling and laughing, and I actually like the happy Marie. I do. Happy Marie is awesome, but I think Carrie is about to take Marie up out of the happy place, and she's going to drive her right on up to that 10, and Carrie's not ready. That's what I think, but I'm open to seeing, child. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. Anyway, Marie is at the table with all of the Belles, and she explains to them that Trice took her out the night before, right? And she said, listen, y'all all talked about us moving forward as a collective. We've had multiple meetings on this. And she basically is letting them know that her and Trice are making great strides. And we know that Trice and Marie could not stand each other. They didn't like to be in the same room, breathing the same damn air with each other. But she said, baby, if me and Trice can do it, and we can meet each other outside of the collective and hang out and have fun, then we need to be serious about our sisterhood, right? And she said, even though Trice did not show up to this meeting today, she's not here because she thinks that Shantae is on some bullshit. She's a hypocrite. She didn't say the hypocrite part, but I'm going to get to it. She said she's basically a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? And because Shantae confronted Trice about some things that she herself is doing. Trice didn't want to put herself into this circle today because her and Letitia has gotten over the hump. Hi, honey. Miss Stormy Love is a member. I shout out my members when I see them coming in. Thank you, Miss Stormy. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, Marie says to her, we all have a set of friends outside of the collective, okay? We're not each other's only friend. We have friends outside of the collective that support us at events we throw and things that we do. And this is what the collective is. We aren't just friends. We actually throw events for the community. We do things. And right now we are at a standstill with our outside friends because they've caused such disruption in this group. Amanda, Shantae, and right now Shantae seems to be the biggest problem, right? But she said we need to decide whether or not we're going to continue to be a collective with our outside friends, participating in collective things, in the Belle things, or if we don't have any outside friends involved in things that do with the collective, right? Tisha said, well, hell, I can't stand Amanda. And when Trice had her event over there, the food drive, that didn't stop me from showing up. I still came. I still participated despite her being there. I don't care. And she said we should do the same. We should all be able to move with our outside friends along with the Belles. Tamara said, well, I can't stand Shantae. Not only can I not stand her, but I don't know anything about Shantae. Because of and all the mess that she said about me, a person I've never met before in my life, met that day, is telling me that my man ain't my man, that my baby daddy is not a friend of. He got his own life, showing me pictures of clients of my radio show. Bitch, no, I'm with Trice on this. I don't with Shantae on that alone. Okay. Anyway, Tamara also tells Tisha, and I just want to catch you up on some things, girl. Your friend Shantae may not actually be your friend either, because that girl talks about you behind your back. And if she was a friend, she wouldn't be doing that. Now, while she's saying this, Tisha, who is really caught off guard, she knows that this is about Shantae, and she's even okay with it being about Shantae. But when she found out Shantae was talking about her too, she's like, when did this happen? Like, it's shock on her face. And she said, oh yeah. Tamara said, oh yeah. She talked about how you guys ended your friendship. And then when you got back together with her, it was really you begging her to be a friend because you wanted to use her. She got a new house, and I guess you wanted to be some sort of participant in that. She also says that you're broke and that you had to borrow money for a dress, okay? For a dress for the reunion. Now, baby, when they actually showed the dress for the reunion, production is so messy, baby. That would have been just last season, because that was the dress they showed. And y'all can see the date on it, November 21st, 2025. So she said, yeah, she's so damn messy. She said that she let you borrow money so that you could have a dress for the reunion. That's how broke your ass is. Now, Tisha's like, that's not true, but that's not true. But at the same time, her wheels are spinning. Like, maybe there is some truth about it. Maybe there was a friendship. Their friendship had some, a ruffle in it or something, right? Because when Shantae walks in, the cat has everybody's tongue. Nobody's talking, including Letitia. Tisha didn't say, hey girl, welcome. Tisha was quiet, and not just quiet, mad. And Shantae's like, hi. She feels the energy. Was y'all talking about me? Hi. Hey girl. Hey Tambra. Like, she's trying to individually kiss and hug everybody. She sits down. No one's talking still. And then finally, Tisha says, So how are you? You know what I'm saying? But this is your friend. You knew she was coming. So that was crazy to me. Anyway, bottom line is Tamra said, I'm out. Tamra put on her fur, flow length fur at that. Okay. It's cold in the Bama. She put on her fur. And before she walked out, she was like, baby, let me tell you something. You're not a Belle. You're not a Belle. You shouldn't be here. You just want your moment to shine, okay? You want your little 15 minutes. And she started going after her. And Shantae is like, baby, I always shine. I'm not looking for no spotlight. Spotlight's always on me. So the two of them are going back and forth to the point of where Tisha called Tambra West Side Tam. She said, bitch, no, you didn't activate West Side Tam. Yes, she did. And Tambra said, if Trice isn't here because of that heifer, I'm on my way out too. I don't like her. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're not a Belle, you shouldn't be here. All the outside friends gotta go. And in confessional, everybody said that. If you are an outside friend, you gotta go, except for Tisha. She didn't say it. But all the other Bells said, if you are an outside friend, you gotta go. I saw Selena and Carrie jump up on their feet to make sure that Carrie and Tambra didn't get into it. But when Tambra walked out that door, she said, I will whoop that bitch's ass. And she was serious. Okay? And she a little bit thing, okay? But she said, I'm not doing this. She said, if Trice isn't here, I'm gone too. One voice, one band, one sound. Okay? One band, one sound. I will not be here for this. Tamra said, I ain't having it. I'm not having it. And anyway, that's basically how it ends. You just hear everybody barking and you hear people saying, but I didn't say that. But I didn't say that. So they're all into it. But yes, good episode, good season. Oh my God, 10 out of 10 for this episode. I really enjoyed it. And I'm going to give, I got 2 scene snatchers, okay? The first one is going to be production for putting up this disclaimer. Baby, they said, don't y'all be sitting at home thinking that y'all heard some financial advice and try to leave y'all damn husband. They literally said this program is presented for your entertainment only. Before you make any financial, legal, or other decisions involving your finances or legal issues or investments, you should seek professional advice from a licensed and or qualified professional in these areas. They said what you're not going to do is, decide that you're going to leave everything y'all got going on at home because of some shit y'all saw here. I don't know why that tickled me, but it did. So I'm going to give production the scene snatcher for this disclaimer because baby, what is happening in the world? I'm also going to give Miss Letitia the scene snatcher. I didn't have time to give her her own picture, but baby, when she put her hand over her chest and said, listen, I'm working on me. This is my season and not you, your mama, or anything that got to do with you going to interrupt that. I am moving full speed ahead, just like I told you I was going to. This time it's all gas, no brakes. When she did that, I said, baby, she's a scene snatcher. So 2 scene snatchers for this episode. Well, welcome you guys. Anyway, that is it. I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming in. Make sure you rewind, watch the replay. Also, make sure that you, what is it called? You hype me up in this video, okay? We got to keep an eye on all these folks until we get the season back. So if y'all get some tea, make sure y'all send it to me. But so far, so good. Like I said, she definitely is still, first is still managing Tisha. I follow first, and Tisha's at that man's house a lot. A lot. They have fun. They're doing things. So I'm looking forward to all of the stuff that's about to play out. I want to thank my sister for helping in the chat. And I want to thank all of y'all, of course, for coming over and hanging out with me on this fine Saturday. Thank you. I love you guys to pieces. Thank you to my members for always making it fun for me. I know that when y'all come through, I'm doing something right, baby. Okay, so thank y'all. I love you. I love you. I love you. Hit the like button, share the video. Make sure that y'all hype me up. Come back and hype me up if you have to. Also, follow me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. And until the next one, bye-bye.